Hello everyone, my name is Eric, and today I want to talk to you about a favorite cigar that was produced last year and then rebranded and recreated this year, and it's one that I can't stop talking about because I absolutely love it. You are watching Oakland Tobacconist. If you're interested in Foundation Cigar Company or any of the cigars we're speaking of now, make certain you check out the OGT community. We would love to have you join. As always, please like, please comment, subscribe, hit the bell so that you're alerted every time we produce new content. There have been a lot of new releases throughout this year, throughout last year, and there's a lot more to come that haven't been released. There are definitely favorite companies that I enjoy speaking about, and usually that comes from a point of excitement for that brand. If I am particularly excited about a particular release, or if there's a brand that I enjoy, or like an overall portfolio, I'm pretty excited about it, and so hence I want to explain it all to you. There is one that I had mentioned earlier this year that I continually love, continually go back to. It had a little bit of confusion in the beginning because when it was first released, it had to then be changed and rebranded. And often when this happens, when we see this happen in the industry, a lot of people think, oh, it's a completely new cigar altogether, which that is not the case. This is the original cigar that was released somewhat in the fall of last year under the name of Matapa, and that is Foundation Cigar Company Matapa. Two different blends. There is one Maduro, there's one Claro, much like following suit with their Olmec duo, their Maduro and Claro. Nick Melillo, master blender, who is one of my favorite blenders in the industry, created the Matapa, Maduro, and the Claro. But then there was a few legal issues with using the name Matapa in the country of Nicaragua, and so he then switched it and changed it to Aksum. And that is what I have with me today, the Aksum Duo. This is in the 6x54 box press Toro format. There is a pigtail on either side. This is the Claro, this is the Maduro. The Maduro is not like crazy darker than the Claro, but it's definitely noticeable when you place them side by side. I am a big fan of the Maduro version. It's a bit heavier, it's a bit deeper in flavor, but at the same time, the Claro has this like awesome rustic spice to it, blended to a perfect balance. And so they both have something very unique to offer. These two I would put in that upper echelon of like premium blends that Nick Melillo has created. And I say that because there is some on the more affordable side, like Charter Oak. There's some more in the middle, like the Wise Man Duo. And then you have this like Olmec side and Aksum side. And so while the confusion of these were released, I think a lot of people don't know completely about Aksum or why it's so important to the portfolio. So Aksum has a picture of original sourced photo from, I believe, the early 1900s. And that is a magistrate in the township of Aksum, and Aksum is believed to be the place where the Ark of the Covenant was held. Nick chose to go with this sort of branding style because one, Matapa was something he couldn't use anymore, and two, it also follows in that same genre of like the wise man being Solomon and Menelik, son of Solomon, and all these different like aspects of historical found references that tell an awesome story within the portfolio of his cigars. But history's always been a big part of Nick Melillo. But that's not only the thing to be focusing on, it's also the cigar itself. What makes Aksum so unique is that it's using a Claro and Maduro version, but they're both a Sumatra wrapper. Sumatra, as I've mentioned before, we've seen a lot of awesome cigars just in the year of 2023, as well as this year, and they've kind of rose in popularity for good reason. Just as much as San Andreas Maduro had started out in the like mid to late 90s as the tobacco you definitely don't really want to smoke, or it's not the favorite, and now it's become one of the most sought after, I kind of see Sumatra tobacco running a parallel line in that journey. And so you have some amazing cigars that we've dropped in the past, like Rodeo Clown from Cigar Clowns, or the Yorktown Fleet from Stolen Throne, and now you have the Aksum Duo. But it's not only that Sumatra that makes it so special. Underneath, you have a Connecticut Broadleaf Binder. Speaking with Nick Melillo, as we had several conversations, we had a live interview with, he informed me that that same Connecticut Broadleaf Binder is what is used on the Tabernacle for its wrapper leaf. He says the key to the Aksum blend is that broadleaf binder. He had been wanting to use Sumatra for some time. He liked the diversity of flavor with Sumatra, but he needed something to round it out and kind of give it that gravity that he was looking for, and he found it in that broadleaf binder. Underneath, you have Nicaraguan fillers. When you light up either the Maduro or the Claro, you find it incredibly well balanced. medium plus in strength, but full in flavors. Both have a little bit of that spicy, peppery characteristic to it, but then you get into deeper and heavier tones. I will definitely say, in terms of Sumatra wrappers, they're one of the most well-rounded out blends. And I bring up Aksum because I feel like while people might have gotten confused with Matapa, the exploration into these blends are something that I continue to enjoy, and you see the quality and the dynamic ability of Nick Melillo's blending style played out in both of these, with that Sumatra wrapper coupled with that broadleaf binder and the Nicaraguan fillers in the center. Drop down in the comments if you have tried Aksum or Matapa. What are your thoughts on that cigar? Or even so, what is your favorite foundation cigar to date? As usual, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time on Oak Glen Tobacconist.